Day 171. I spent one day 70 here as well. I'm at the Hotel Summit Inn. This is the whole town. It starts right there and it ends at the Chevron. Boom. That's the whole town. Me and Ratty just been hanging out, drinking way too much. I got those holes in my feet, man. I'm just kicking back. It's not like I'm even trying to hide from the rain, because this isn't really rain. It's little sprinkles. The clouds are all over the mountain, so I'm gonna hike out today. That is the plan, because it's supposed to, rain on and off for the next few days. What's the point of trying to hide? It's gonna be lame walking in the clouds, but at least I know where the holes in my feet are now, so I can tape them up properly, giving them a day or two to set. But yeah, that shit was pretty painful. It was. I think I'd be beyond that, but that's new spots. I've never worn in those spots before, so hey, new hiker shoes in the rain, or new hiker box shoes in the rain. But they're a really good pair of shoes, man. I think it was just all the uphills in the rain. That's what I'm going with. I should have stopped, take care of it, but it's hard to take care of stuff when your feet are wet. Tape doesn't stick. I'm covered in mud. I don't know where the wounds are. So, I don't mind a little pain. I'm used to it by now. It's part of it's part of being a hiker, man. Something always hurts, so no big deal. It just takes away from the hike. You're not having fun, but there's no views. It's kind of crappy anyway. We'll see what this place has to. This is the grocery store. Oh, look at the size of it. Yeah. See what they got. Okay, all space-manned out. I'm gonna head back to the road where Rowdy picked me up the other day and start my hike. It's gonna be a wet one, man. Let's see how the feet hold up. They feel really good right now. But it's gonna change. It's kind of a crappy day. Lots of uphills in my way. I don't know how far I'm gonna make it. It's only like 11 o'clock right now. So, I have time, but most of my day is over, We normally start really early. We'll start tomorrow at our regularly scheduled programming time. But, today's a half day, I guess. Get some batteries from a headlamp, and I'm ready to go. Oh, the joys. All right, there goes Ratty. Dropped me back off where she found me, right by the tunnel. And, well, it's time to walk back to town, huh? See, if I didn't go around calling everybody else out for yellow blaze, then I could have just yellow blazed these couple of miles. But, you can't go around calling people out and then do it yourself. That's just setting yourself up, man. Being mildly hungover, just wasn't in the mood for breakfast this morning. But I still got, I don't know, a mile or two to get back to where I was just 10 minutes ago. And they have breakfast, so I don't know, maybe I'll feel better by that. I'm still a little queasy, to be honest. I didn't throw up last night. I felt like it, but I did not. I probably should have, though. Hiking hungover. At least it's not raining. No, it's kind of blue skies above me right now. It'll be coming back in, though, for days. But so far, this hasn't been real rain. Nice heavy sprinkles at worst. I can take that. Oh, I can take that. I only got like 300 miles left. There's nothing you can do to stop me, trail. Nothing. Make it harder. Punish me. Just don't wear holes in my feet. Well, actually, I wore holes in my feet, but, I can't blame the trail for that. Combination of unfortunate events that have eaten holes in my feet, but they feel really good right now, man. Now that I know where all those wounds are, I got some really big band-aids to tape them up with. Shit's feeling pretty good. I say that a half of a mile in, though. See what the day holds, though. So I really lucked out on the hiker box situation. Rowdy has a little hiker box because she's doing trail magic out here. She's like, yeah, you can go through it. And I started going through it, and I was like, oh, let me check the one in the place. And it had everything, dinners and snacks and new socks, all sorts of goodies. So I didn't have to spend much of anything in this town. I mean, lots of good stuff. At one point, the hiker boxes got so big that the people that worked there just threw everything away, but I had scored everything I needed. A little too much in some cases. Like those, what are they? I know them as Carnation Instant Breakfasts, but they got a different name nowadays. But I'm probably carrying 1.5 pounds of those. But it makes, gets my coffee calories, because, coffee doesn't do much more for me than you give me energy and, a slightly more positive attitude. But I'll be throwing that stuff in as much as possible just to get rid of the weight. I have way too much of it. But I got a lot of weird snacks I've never eaten before, but yeah, screw it, I'll turn it all into poop. That's what I do, make miles out of it. Looks like the next storm is coming in. It's getting dark, it's getting gray. Clouds are getting really low. I'm ready for it. I should have headgear. That's the only real thing I'm missing. Being that my rain suit is meant for motorcycles, it wouldn't come with headgear because you'd be wearing a helmet naturally. And that thing would just get all flappy in the wind and be annoying. So I can understand why it's not there, but I didn't even think about that till the other day when I was walking around and my head was soaked. Maybe I'll just grab a plastic bag. Nah, screw it. I'll just have a wet head. No big deal. So I'm pretty sure that is my path. In between that pointy one and this one in center, I'm going to go up in between them, up on the back side of this, and then squirrel my way up into those clouds, and Lord knows where from there. So, looks like less than a mile after I hit the trail, it's just going to be gray. And it's cool. It's a little warm down here anyway. But I have like layers and rain gear on and stuff, so. But I'm not changing, man. I'm almost there. Turns out this road's a little longer than I thought. That's okay, I mean, it's easy walking. I dig the little houses that they have built for their fire hydrants. If it was a real bad day, you could hang out inside one of those right out of storm. It's coming from the wrong direction and blowing in that one. You just walk over to that one over there and climb inside of it because the hole's facing the other way. But I have to imagine the storms get pretty bad if they have to build houses for their fire hydrants. I don't want to stay around long enough to find out. I'm almost done with this thing. I think I'm under 300 miles at this point. I don't know because I haven't actually checked, but that's what I hear. I don't know where I'm headed, but Rowdy's giving me options. She says I cruise around with her. She's got a job idea or two. You know, I've gotten little offers here and there, so I'll figure something out. I'm definitely not down and out, but rarely am I down and out. Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm out, but rarely both at the same time. Almost back to town. Almost. Took a little longer than I thought. I've been out here for probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour tops. But I'm wandering slow, doing a little safety meeting while I'm down here. Because once I'm up into there, you know, it's just, you just keep walking. It's just moist and boring. You don't want to sit down anywhere. I guess I could sit down now. I've got rain pants. I'm going to stop and let this truck go. Now that the clouds have parted a bit, I gotta say those are some beautiful mountains. Huge, rocky, just sticking straight out of the ground. Pretty powerful looking. Back on trail. Still following the freeway for a little bit, but it's nice, it's mellow. It's gonna get uphill, but it's always how it is when you go out of town. You expect it. Most towns are not on the top of the mountain. Which I find it strange that they dug that tunnel through the mountain, because I was quite literally under mountain. But why didn't they follow the valley up where the town is? Seems so much cheaper than blasting a hole through there. That's a long tunnel, man. I've never been in a tunnel that long. Most difficult. In comparison to what? Oh, yep, there's a puddle there. That's difficult. Maybe these overhanging twigs and leaves. Some of these have thorns, making it difficult. Slightly uphill, even more difficult. Yes, there, right, it is the most difficult. So what color salmon berries are the good ones? The yellow ones are tart as hell, and I found the ones that are a little redder than these and still really tart. Are any of them sweet berries, or are salmon berries just tart? That's the way they roll. I don't know, I'm new to them. So far, not really digging them. If they weren't free, I wouldn't eat them. Kind of got off trail a little bit, ended up in that wood pile over there. Not sure how. I was distracted by eating berries. It's my best excuse. Trail should be over here somewhere, though. That looks traily. I'm definitely not the first person to get lost because I'm following either an animal trail or I think it's a people who got lost trail. Alright, is this it? Looks kinda like a trail. Works for me. Does not actually look like a trail. Where are you, trail? Gotta be around here somewhere, man. Still kind of lost. My map plays tricks with me and says I'm going one way, and then lies to me and tells me I'm going the other. So I'm just kind of wandering around. I think that's the woodpile I got lost in initially. I think I've double backed around. So maybe it's over here somewhere. Over there. Over there. I don't know. I don't know. Find it eventually. Alright, the map is being no fucking help, so I'm just gonna scale the side of this damn mountain and say, fuck it, there's a trail up there somewhere. I have no idea where the fuck it is. I've been wandering around for an hour. My map keeps making me jump all over the place. Says I'm here, says I'm there, says I'm going this way, then it says I'm going that way. And sometimes I'm not even moving while it's doing that. So, fuck you, map. Blaze my own trail. Oh, finally found a trail again. It took me, I don't know, about an hour. Oh, wandering in circles. Fuck you, GPS. I just stopped using it and decided which path was best. Or, not path, but direction. Oh, and then I heard voices, so that helped me know I was going in the right direction, but shit, it was hard. Terrain's steep, it's very slippery, lots of rotting wood, twigs, and bushes with thorns on them. And everything's wet, of course. Oh, that was exhausting, man. I'm actually dripping with sweat, not rain. It's supposed to be a campsite right up here. I'm just gonna sit down for a minute. That was exhausting. And I'm all sweaty in my spacesuit. This thing really does hold in the heat. Might want to dry out a little bit before the rain comes, because it's gonna come. So it's only 3:30, but I'm thinking that I might set up camp here all early, set up before the rain can hit, wake up tomorrow nice and early and start my thing again. I don't know, it seems really early in the day to quit, but there's not a whole lot of camping ahead. All the tent sites say they're just for one person, which doesn't really matter, but that's probably less likely to have trees around it, or I don't know. I don't even fucking know. I don't care. I'm not in the mood. I'm just gonna post up between this tree and that tree. Yep, that's home for the night. Right as I start setting up, don't you know it starts raining? Oh, good timing, huh? So yeah, I'm hiding. It's not really raining. It's like always, it's just sprinkling. I'm just not in the mood for it. Getting off trail and spending all that energy trying to figure out where the hell I was. Just, burnt the last little oomph that I had out of me. I don't know, I'm a little hungover and I'm just not in the mood to be walking today. Nah. There's so much going on in my head. I want to be done. I don't want to finish because I'm scared of what comes next. That whole thing. I'm always scared of what comes next. Very timid creature. I just, internalize a lot. I got options. I'll figure shit out, but I do have to get this trail done, man, before it starts snowing on my ass. Although at least, snow doesn't stick to you. It just bounces off you. It looks kind of cool. Unless it's sideways, blowing ass snow and turns into a blizzard and kills my ass. But yeah, I somehow doubt that's going to happen. Right, I can get this done in, 2 weeks maybe if I push. 2.5 weeks. I don't know. Stop planning. Just do. Just walk, man. Just walk. No big agendas. I think I only did like 8 miles today, so fuck it. I find myself melancholy just 4 miles out of town. Turns out I didn't go as far as I thought. I can still hear the city. But I'm kind of lonely on this trail. And this trail isn't really that lonely. I think at first I thought maybe I did the trails in the wrong order. That I should have ended with this one because it's so easy. But I think maybe I'm getting myself used to the solitude of it. This trail is definitely lonelier than the AT, and the CDT is going to be lonelier than this one.
I actually placed a call today. One of the first, other than to get my backpack replaced. It was the first time I've called a human, you know, somebody, because I wanted to hear his voice. You know. And of course, you know, he's at work, and you don't get signal when things are convenient. But before you guys came along and made me feel good about myself, because you guys say some great things, man. You say really nice things. I don't necessarily believe them all, but still you say them, and it makes me feel good. But I had Dennis. You know, this guy was my rock. He saw something in me that I didn't see. You know, like I tote my own horn and all that. But anybody that knows me knows I I'm not necessarily down on myself, but I don't see myself as the winner. I'm a loser. I don't get the trophy. I don't get the girl. You know, I'm gonna finish the race, but I'm not gonna be first. Not even close. But I'm gonna finish that bitch. But this guy was around, and you know, he's always had my back in everything. All the shit I've gotten him into with my mouth and my actions, and he's always had my back. And I miss that dude. Not many people I miss. How am I gonna handle the next trail? This one I'm already all lonely. But it comes and goes, you know. Ebbs and flows. Sometimes everything's great and you're all confident, and other times you're down. I know you all do that thing where sometimes when you go to sleep, you list all your failures in alphabetical orders and run them through chronological order. Relive everything. You seem to forget the happy times. Sometimes it's hard. We all do it, you know. Sometimes it's a little more rough in the woods, though, you know. I think I should allow myself to listen to music. Maybe a podcast. Join the rest of the world. Listen to those things. I don't know. Guess I should try something. You know, it comes and goes, man. I'm all, you know, blah right now, but, you know, it's kind of a blah day. And just getting out of town, you know, you're all happy and high in town, and then you get out of town and it's lows. Especially when it's raining and you get lost. I'm real frustrated about the getting lost thing. Oh, that's my fault. No. It's my fault. I could have totally backtracked, but I'm not that kind of guy. So I was like, oh, press forward. You know, and go in circles a couple of times. But, you know, this is how we learn, right? Next trail's not so well defined, I hear. So, yay on that. Good thing I got some experience now. I still feel like a noob hiker sometimes, but, you know. But, you know, I have my days. So it's like 9 o'clock right now, man. I woke up. I'm up. I'm going to try to go back to sleep. Yeah, I don't want to start hiking right now. I'm not going to start hiking right now. That's just dumb. But I might. I might. Alright, man. Well, just had shit on my mind. Shout out to you, Dennis. If you actually watch my shit, I kind of hope you don't. But I love you, brother.